Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Now today I'm not going to be talking about the NASCAR results for Darlington for the Cup and Xfinity Series. Obviously the next race will be at Atlanta for both Cup and Xfinity Series, and the Cup Series will also have its first playoff race as well at Atlanta. So let's first start off with the NASCAR Xfinity Series results. That was won by Christopher Bell, followed by Cole Custer, Sheldon Creed, Chase Elliott, Sammy Smith, Jesse Love, Shane Van Gisbergen, Chandler Smith, Austin Hill, and Justin Allgaier ran out of top 10. Then you have Joe Graf Jr., Ross Chastain, Parker Clayman, Carson Quaffle, and Noah Gragson ran out the top 15. Allmendinger did cut a tire, which kind of screwed Sheldon Creed over a bit. And when will he ever catch a break? Like, seriously, he even mentioned in his interview that he doesn't get paid in his Joe Gibbs Racing ride, which I'm very, very surprised about. But apparently, yeah, he has not been paid. He's not even making any money as well off this ride, which you do really feel bad for Creed. I mean, he hasn't won a single NASCAR Xfinity Series race in a while, if not ever. I mean, he's never won an Xfinity Series race. He's been running around so many times, and has been the dominant car as well, and just keeps faulting. So I do feel bad a lot for Sheldon Creed. It's just luck, really. And you know, I mean, Bell and Custer, they had a phenomenal battle as well in the backstretch. But yeah, you just have to feel bad for Sheldon Creed, who just still can't get over the line. But he's still doing really well in the standings. It's just in the races, and he isn't catching those wins, which is pretty disappointing there, I'll be honest, for Sheldon Creed. Hopefully he will get one pretty soon. And then for the standings for the NASCAR Xfinity Series, Justin Allgaier is still your championship leader, followed by Cole Custer, Chandler Smith, Austin Hill, Sheldon Creed, AJ Allmendinger, Riley Herbst, Jesse Love, Parker Clayman, and Sammy Smith ran out of top 10. And we have Ryan Sieg, Shane Van Gisbergen, Sam Mayer, Brandon Jones, and Anthony Alfredo ran out of top 15. Obviously, yes, the next race will be at Atlanta, so it's going to be another super speedway, and maybe as well another Austin Hill win, or even just a Love win as well. Now for the NASCAR Cup Series, and my god, was it weird and crazy. The winner was Chase Briscoe, followed by Kyle Busch, Christopher Bell, Kyle Larson, Ross Chastain, Chris Buescher, Denny Hamlin, Joey Logano, Corey LaJoie, and Tyler Reddick ran out of the top 10. They have Chase Elliott, Ryan Preece, Austin Cindric, Brad Keselowski, and Austin Dillon ran out the top 15. A couple things happened. I mean, Truex basically spun out on lap 2 and collected Ryan Blaney, who was just an innocent bystander. So, I mean, Truex was like, he took full blame of it. So, at least he did that, which is good. But I mean, still not a really good sign there for Truex, who has been struggling a lot this year. I mean, I think he does not have a win. So he did point his way in. Either way, even after his retirement, he still pointed his way in, which is still a good sign. But yeah, not really good start there for Truex. As well, for the regular season champion, it was actually Tyler Reddick by 1 point over Kyle Larson. It was looking like Larson was actually going to win the regular season championship. I mean, he was dominating this race, and then last couple laps, strategy didn't really play to his favor, and so he kind of struggled there. And yeah, that wasn't really the best, I'll be honest, from Larson. Bubba Wallace, he was caught up in a wreck. It was between him and Chris Buescher to point their way in if there wasn't a new winner. It was throughout the night, and it was looking like Chris Buescher was going to point his way in. Bubba Wallace, he was caught up in a wreck, pretty sure stopped by Josh Berry and Denny Hamlin, I believe. So, but yeah, I mean, it was just unlucky there, I'll be honest, for Bubba. I mean, he was running very well, got some stage points, but he kind of faded throughout the race. So I do honestly feel quite bad, I'll be honest, for Bubba Wallace there. And then for the standings, so this is what the playoff bracket looks like as we head into the first playoff race at Atlanta. We have Kyle Larson, Christopher Bell, Tyler Reddick, William Byron, Ryan Blaney, Denny Hamlin, Chase Elliott, Brad Keselowski, Joey Logano, Austin Cindric ran out of top 10, and Daniel Suarez and Alex Bowman are your top 12. And the 4 drivers currently out, which includes Chase Briscoe, Harrison Burton, Ty Gibbs, and Martin Truex Jr. I do kind of want to talk about the playoff bracket a bit as well, just because, I mean, we've had, obviously, yes, a big one, Harrison Burton winning at Daytona. That was a massive surprise, and it was a feel good story. but at the same time, it did kind of screw over quite a lot of drivers. Let's firstly name up Kyle Busch, the driver who everyone kind of had written down to be in the playoffs this year, myself included. And I mean, there was definitely some struggling races from Kyle Busch. I mean, there's definitely like some. I think like midway through this year, he was struggling. He couldn't finish his like above 20 or something. It was pretty bad. So yeah, but however, Busch, he did, I think, like the last 4 races, he was inside of the top 5. So it's like he knew that this was gonna be massive. It's just really unlucky that he kind of got screwed over by people winning, like Burton, like Cindric, I guess you can say, Bowman, Briscoe. You know, these drivers who are definitely going to be one-hit wonders throughout a season, basically they took a playoff spot off Kyle Busch. So, yeah, that's definitely a struggle there. Another one, Ross Chastain. Chastain was kind of nowhere. I mean, I was very surprised of how back Trackhouse were. Like, they took a massive step back, in my opinion, that the only race winner, or even a lot like the only like, team win that they had was Daniel Suarez in that close 3-wide finish at Atlanta. So with their star driver, the face of the team, Ross Chastain, not getting a single win and missing the playoffs is a massive blow to Trackhouse. But at least they will put, hopefully, they did put quite a lot of resources to Daniel Suarez to obviously have a good finish. I mean, hell, we'll go back to Atlanta and guess what, he won there. So, I mean, there's definitely a possibility that Suarez could win that, or even Harrison Burton as well. Who else? I guess let's talk about first Bubba Wallace. He was in the top 10 he wasn't top 10, but he was in like the 11th through 16th region for basically most of the season. It was just once again winners. It was winner take all situations like it's always been, and there were some struggling moments from Bubba as well, but he kind of he bounced back in a couple times, and there were a couple of bad lucks as well, like here in Darlington where he was caught up in someone else's wreck. But obviously there were definitely times where he kind of got screwed over, like in Michigan by Kyle Larson. So yeah, I mean, I do feel bad for Bubba, just because he is a playoff-worthy driver. He is very much of a playoff-worthy driver. It's just that there are just so many instances where stuff has gone against him. He struggles. So that's where I do feel quite bad for Bubba, I'll be honest. But maybe the biggest loser and the biggest snub out of all this is Chris Buescher. I mean, let's go back. Chris Buescher was looking to win Darlington in the throwback weekend, but kind of got screwed over by the regular season champion of Tyler Reddick. Then we headed out to Kansas with a 1,000th of a second finish between him and Kyle Larson, and Larson beat him by 1,000th of a second. That screwed him up. You have to feel bad for him. Even if you're not a Chris Buescher fan, you still have to kill him. I mean, look, you have to feel bad for him, to be fair, just because he's been in so much hardship. He almost won it. He almost won in Darlington. He almost won in Kansas, and he thought that he won in Kansas up until Larson actually won then. So obviously, I have obviously seen on social media that Kyle Larson is basically all to blame here. I mean, he wrecked Bubba in Michigan. He tried to wreck Hamlin, but actually wrecked Chastain pretty sure in Nashville. He beat Buescher by 1,000th of a second, and basically as well wrecked Kyle Busch in Nashville once again. So obviously, I can also understand that a lot of people will be aiming out Larson there, but I mean, there were definitely instances where these drivers could have won. I mean, Daytona, easiest one for Kyle Busch, could have maybe won, but decided to play it safely, which is fair because he's not the 2008 Kyle Busch that some of us kind of know. He's grown and matured as a driver now for RCR. Chris Buescher, I mean, if he didn't get wrecked by Tyler Reddick or even won that close race in Kansas, he would have been in the playoffs. Bubba Wallace, if there was actually some luck into him, he could have actually maybe won, maybe as well, including that maybe with Ross Chastain. There's been so many instances where these drivers could maybe even won a race or very, very close to win a race, but kind of got screwed over by luck or just by other drivers making massive mistakes and them paying the favor. But yeah, a very wacky Darlington race. I mean, for the Cup Series as a whole. Chase Briscoe with that amazing that amazing 3-car pass in like 5 laps to go even. That was crazy. And Kyle Busch coming in like 2020 Darlington in the Xfinity Series all over again. That was amazing. And I was praying for Kyle Busch to win, but really Chase Briscoe won. And considering that SHR, they're shutting down the Cup Series program, this might be the final SHR race win ever in the NASCAR Cup Series, which is crazy to say, I'll be honest, because I think the last one would have, I think, also been Chase Briscoe. I'm pretty sure. Maybe I'm wrong. I think so. Oh, actually, it might have been Harvick. I can't remember, but either way, Briscoe potentially the final driver to win for SHR in the Cup Series, which is pretty crazy to say the least. But as well for the Xfinity Series, nothing really happened there, which is why I glossed over that pretty quickly. But Cup Series was quite a lot of stuff considering that was the regular season finale. But as we head over now to Atlanta for the first playoff race for the Cup Series and the continuing of the regular season as well for the Xfinity Series, I do expect maybe an upset winner from both of them. Maybe we might even still see Austin Hill still maybe winning in the Xfinity Series. Cup Series, it's really anyone's game. I mean, Atlanta is a massive wild card in this round for the Cup Series, so we'll see how that really goes. But that is really about it from me. Obviously, like, comment, and subscribe if you really help, especially on this channel. And I'll see you guys next time in the next one. Goodbye.